Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and every compass on Earth starts spinning like it's possessed. Birds are falling out of the sky. GPS stops working. Airplanes report impossible navigation errors. Ocean tides rise without any storm. And then, hours later, astronomers finally admit what governments were trying to hide. A black hole, moving at the speed of light, is about to pass near Earth. It's not going to hit us. It's just going to fly by. But trust me, just passing is still worse than anything humanity has ever faced. What you're about to hear is exactly how the world would unravel. Now, before we go into the chaos, we need to understand what kind of monster we're dealing with. Not the supermassive kind sitting in the center of galaxies. That thing would delete the solar system instantly. What's heading toward us is a stellar mass black hole, about 10 times the mass of the Sun. Normally, nothing with mass can move at light speed. But this is a hypothetical scenario. So assume something in deep space gave it an absurd level of energy, and now it's cutting through the galaxy like a cosmic bullet. At light speed, it's invisible, no glow, no noise, no warning. A black hole emits nothing unless it's eating matter, and this one isn't. It's just flying straight toward our neighborhood, dark and silent. And here's the real kicker. Long before it gets close enough to see, the evidence starts building. First, astronomers notice tiny distortions in the positions of stars. To normal people, it's nothing. But to astrophysicists, it's a red flag. Space itself is bending. Then the solar system's geometry starts shifting by microscopic amounts. Earth's orbit, which is normally stable to perfection, begins drifting millimeters per hour. That sounds tiny, but it's the kind of thing that scares scientists, because only something with insane gravity can do that. As days pass, the consequences become impossible to ignore. Satellites begin failing because their predicted orbits don't match reality. GPS becomes unreliable. Space agencies scramble because their instruments show light from the sun bending in the wrong direction. Atomic clocks, usually the most accurate devices on Earth, start to sink. Birds and animals that rely on Earth's magnetic field lose navigation, crashing or migrating in the wrong direction. And meanwhile, the public gets strange. Auroras showing up in countries that have never had them before. Red, green, and blue curtains of light hanging over deserts, equator regions, even islands. The magnetic field is being messed with, stretched and distorted like rubber. Governments obviously panic behind the scenes. They know what's coming, but they also know the moment they say black hole, global collapse will follow. Banks, travel, stock, markets, everything would crash. So they stay silent while technology continues breaking piece by piece. Radio communication becomes unstable. Power grids flicker and overload. Compasses spin. And those who understand space physics start to suspect the unthinkable. Something massive is warping the entire solar system. Eventually, the truth becomes impossible to hide, because astronomers pick up the ultimate sinner region of space, where starlight bends into a ring. That ring means only one thing: gravitational lensing. A black hole is coming, and it's coming fast. By the time the black hole reaches the outer solar system, Earth is already in full crisis mode. The sun looks slightly distorted, almost stretched, because the black hole's gravity is messing with light. The moon appears in the wrong position. Stars duplicate themselves like glitches in a video game. You can look at the sky and instantly know reality's bending. And then the tidal forces hit. Earth is being pulled unevenly. Oceans rise abnormally on one side. Coastlines flood. Microquakes hit every continent. Buildings sway even in cities that have never experienced earthquakes. Earth itself stretches, not enough to tear apart but enough to cause serious global damage. Then comes the moment everyone feared. The black hole reaches its closest point to Earth. This is the most dangerous 10 seconds in the history of the planet. Gravitational forces peak. Oceans rise into mega tsunamis, hundreds of meters high, slamming into coastlines with impossible force. Earthquakes erupt worldwide, even in tectonically stable regions. The atmosphere experiences strange bursts of radiation. Particles get ripped apart in the upper atmosphere, possibly forming tiny, short-lived micro-black holes. Time itself gets distorted. Some regions feel like time is slowing seconds stretch. In others, time seems to accelerate. Clocks become useless. Reality stops behaving the way humans expect. The scariest part. For a moment, Earth hangs at the edge of being captured by the black hole's gravity. If the black hole were even slightly slower, Earth would spiral inward and be shredded. But it's not slow. It keeps moving. 10 seconds later, the worst moment has passed. The black hole shoots away, heading out of the solar system at the same impossible speed it entered. Earth survives, but barely. The aftermath is brutal. Earth's orbit is slightly changed, maybe making the planet colder, hotter, or giving it unstable seasons for thousands of years. The moon's orbit shifts too, messing with tides permanently. Coastlines reshaped. Animals wiped out. Cities destroyed by global floods and quakes. Many species go extinct almost instantly. Earth's electromagnetic field is satellites are gone. Global infrastructure collapses. Civilization is pushed back decades or centuries. But humanity is alive. Damaged, scarred, but alive. And here's the twist that makes everything even worse. A black hole moving at light speed doesn't stop. It continues across the galaxy like a cosmic bullet, meaning its trajectory is predictable. And when scientists calculate it, they realize something horrifying. This black hole will eventually pass by again, not in 1,000 years. Not in 10,000, but in a few million years, nothing in cosmic time. Humanity becomes a species living under a cosmic countdown, knowing that the universe doesn't care about survival, safety, or stability. A dark object with unimaginable power flew past us once, and someday it will pass again. And just when humanity thinks the nightmare is over, scientists make a discovery that shatters whatever sense of safety we had left. After months of tracking the black hole's trajectory, they realize something terrifying. This wasn't random. Its path is too clean, too straight, too press, almost like it's following something. Not wandering, not drifting, traveling. And if an object with 10 times the mass of the sun is moving through the galaxy at the speed of light, the question becomes, what gave it that speed? What kind of force? Explosion or intelligence could accelerate something impossible to accelerate. Suddenly, scientists aren't just studying the black hole. They're asking if something pushed it, if something controlled it, if something sent it. Because if this black hole is not just a natural object, if it's part of something bigger, humanity isn't dealing with a cosmic accident. We're dealing with a message, or a warning, or a weapon. And that's when the final twist hits. Analyzing its path into the distant future, astronomers detect a disturbing detail. The black hole isn't leaving the galaxy. It's curving, very slightly. Almost. As if it's orbiting something. Something massive. Something we've never detected. Something hiding in the darkness between stars. The black hole will return, not because of random chance, but because that's its route. This isn't over. It's just the first encounter. So here's the question. You leave your viewers with the one that keeps them awake at night. If a black hole moving at the speed of light just flew past Earth, what else is flying through the galaxy that we haven't seen yet? And worse, what if something is directing them? What if this wasn't an accident? What if it was a test? And if this was just a warning shot? What comes next?